Head coach Ben Jacobson, go ahead with your question.
Bradley was being a little deliberate with their offense during the first half. Why'd you switch to that full court pressure?
Oh, my hope was, and they've played this way for a handful of games in a row now, Carson. So we practiced yesterday, getting ready for some triangle and two, some boxing one, for them to take their time. Did what we could in our practice yesterday to get ready for this kind of game. And the hope is that you come out and knock in a couple of shots, make a couple of threes, and all of a sudden it's 12-2, and it just kind of goes that way for you because you're going to get some open shots. When that didn't happen and it got into the first half, it just felt like we needed to find some momentum. We had to do something, and that was I felt like the best option to just make it look like we were running around.
Seth said he was a little frustrated with the boxing one, but he contributed in so many ways, especially in the mid-on.
Yeah, he did. I said it on TV right after. I think this is as good a case for Seth being an All-American as any game that he's played this year. We did not practice Seth being chased. We had Bo, Paul, Nate. We had him triangle and two with those guys or boxing one, but we didn't practice with them chasing Seth. And give Gene a lot of credit. That was a great move on his part. For him to just know that he wasn't going to get the ball, and he's going to have to try to get some offensive rebounds. He's going to have to defend and rebound and get us into transition and do all of that without being in a game where he touches it 90+% of the time. I think today was every bit the case, as I said, for him being All-American as anything else he's done.
He said he was frustrated, but he didn't play frustrated. He didn't look frustrated. And is that a sign of maturity?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he couldn't have done it a year ago. To keep himself in check in a game like that. That's a real credit to what he's done and getting himself to this point, Rick, where he can, because he understands it. He knows. He knew what was going on. He knew shortly, 45 seconds in, he knew what their plan was, and he was going to have to take it. And he was going to have to find a way to help us do well, and he did that.
Coach, it was a close game early in the second half. I thought your defense just turned it up a notch.
Yeah. We extended our defense and just wanted to, as I talked about, find something to get us going a little bit. And Wes did a terrific job. And, as everyone knows, that's not the way that we've structured our defense. That's not the way we necessarily play. But we have the ability with a couple of our guys, Wes and Jeremy and a couple others, to get out there and do some things if we have to. And felt like tonight we needed to, just to get a little bit of momentum.
Took Dion out. We didn't see him again. How much of that had to do with his mistake on that fast break?
Oh, no. Not that. Wes was playing great.
Okay.
So no different than what I've done all year long. I just thought Wes had doing a good job of denying and pressure in five. So I went with the guys that I felt were going to give us the best chance tonight.
Coach, what makes Matt Bohannon so important to have on the floor?
Yeah, I think everybody's well aware of his ability to make shots, right? I mean, that's important. Everybody's well aware of his routine to get himself ready to make shots. But I would tell you that the thing with that, his leadership is really good. He knows exactly what we want to get done. His communication is good when we huddle. And he does a great job of getting the ball to Seth. And that's a good, they got that combination with those two has been good for a long time now.
Is that when you slide him over and then he gets on the angle and try to get it in there?
Yeah. It's a lot of the times when we run stuff, it ends up with him catching it before it goes to Seth. We've got plenty of other things. A lot of ball screen stuff where Dion or West is making the play and then it goes to him. But there's enough stuff where Bo touches it right before Seth does. He does a good job with that.
Coming off the 9-10 season, you got a commitment from Seth. As you look back to what you projected to what you have now, is this kind of what you were thinking, big picture?
For him,
the way he's played this senior year.
Yeah, he was better as a freshman than I thought he'd be. He was got a lot more done that freshman year. Felt like he was going to be an all-conference type of guy for us. I didn't really have any questions about that. Didn't know if it would be, as a sophomore or junior, senior. I didn't know when it would come, just because his body type. It was pretty thin, but he's got such a good motor. The thing that some of the things you think you know in recruiting that you then really learn a lot about. It felt like he had a pretty good feel, and what we've come to learn is he loves the game of basketball. He wants to talk about it all the time. He knows who's playing who. Like I said, he knew 45 seconds in that he was getting chased and it was going to be a hard night. I mean, he loves being around the game. He loves talking about it. And so, yeah, we felt like he was going to be really good. He just didn't know when.
Coach,
Coach, how helpful is Nate Buss's skill set against a zone like Bradley's, like Loyola's even done before?
Yeah, he went with Nate a lot tonight in place of Marv, and because of that, to get another guy on the floor. So you got Bo and Jeremy and Nate, or you get Paul in there, but you still have Nate in, and so you can stretch it and try to open it up to drive it some. But that combination has been really good for us. There's been some games that we've played where Nate's ability to stretch the floor, not only stretch it, take a defender with him, but get points. Against Loyola, he got a bunch of points in the first half to get us out ahead a little bit. And then tonight, very important that he was able to get us some baskets.
Can you quickly touch on Andre, what he's doing for you, and how much credit goes to him for sustaining this run?
He's been terrific, and without going, I could go as long as all of you have. I could talk to you about the importance that he's had to our program. What he's done with their workouts has been great. Our lifting has been much more structured in terms of making sure that I don't miss a day of it. That's been important. And what he's done with their diet has been important. But the thing that makes all that work, he is a high-level coach. He happens to be a strength coach. If he was coaching baseball or basketball or football or what, he is a high-level coach. His communication and his respect that he has for the guys have for him, Carson, is off the charts. He's terrific.
Coach, 11th in the country, so much height. I didn't see anything different from the team. They were unselfish tonight, defensive end. Is it the fabric and the guys you have on the team that they can handle this?
Yeah, that part of it's been great. And I think in some ways a tremendous challenge, right, for young guys at that age to have a lot of national attention, to be playing as well as they are, and to just come to practice and act like none of it's going on. I mean, that's a unique skill, if you will. Having 5 seniors, having 3 juniors, that helps a lot. These guys have wanted this for a long time. They want to keep going. There isn't a point where we've reached or a game that we've played where they felt like, okay, that's enough. I mean, they want to keep getting better and they want to keep going, and I think that's helping a lot too.
You guys are going to be on ESPN College Game Day going to Wichita. What does that do for the program?
Oh, I think it's great. I think it's great for our program. I think it's great for our league, right? I mean, terrific. To have the best thing that happens on Saturday for college basketball in terms of the national media attention is College Game Day, and the guys that are part of that, to have that be at our game Saturday, I think it's terrific.
Is Dion playing the best basketball of his career right now?
He is. Yep. He's playing great.